you hear Savelia?
Yes.
Okay, yes, they can hear you.
Okay. I phoned in yesterday to Poland, and the girls are, of course, they are in a school in the small Polish village, and they are extremely eager to get back to Ukraine. But we are also talking about we as adults cannot understand what Putin is doing and the war. And can you imagine, when we had to evacuate these girls, the little girls, how they must have they've gone through so much trauma in their life already, and this just added a whole dimension, and it's going to take them, I suspect, years to get past this also. And one of the things is that what we are wanting to do at Nashi is to give them if you could sort of say, it's not I suppose it is a 1-year anniversary, because they evacuated on March the 3rd. So one of the things we want to do is actually take them on as just a fun time to the sea. So that's that's something that they can look forward to, and again expose them to another. Ukraine is basically landlocked, especially where they are, just like we are in Alberta and Saskatchewan. So anyway, so that's our plan for for the next couple of weeks.
Bring them to Canada for a summer vacation.
The only problem is that the girls are complaining because, of course, they have to learn Polish within the school. But in the long run, they are going to sort of learning another language. It will not at all hurt them in later life. And just to let the attendees know, we have made at Nashi a commitment that we just don't house the girls for whatever 5 years or whatever. We have now got 2 girls that are in college. So their age range is from 7 to 17. And as I said, there's 2 girls in college, and we have made the commitment to those girls that we're going to take them all the way to a post-secondary, whatever they want to choose, or whatever profession or whatever technical school they want to go to. That is our commitment, because it's not enough just to house them for 5 years or 4 years, or so that's another issue that we are we're going to start looking at. We've got quite a few girls that are now 13 and 14 years old. So that's again, that's going to be where the funds are going to be channeled. Other than that, that's the update. And does anyone have any questions?
Did you hear Victor's comment to bring them to Canada for a visit?
summer vacation.
Summer vacation.
Right, to his place, so he can.
To his place,
so he
okay.
Not Regina, by the way.
16 meals a day.
16 meals a day. Are there any questions for Savelia about Petra?
I'm curious. I know they're going to grade school and high school.
Yeah.
Are they getting any supplementary type of leadership training or thoughts or financial training, or beyond just what the school teaches them? Are they getting that kind of help or support? I hate the word help, by the way. The support, because I'm sure they're capable themselves.
Did you hear the questions, Savelia?
Not totally, no.
Okay, Petra's asking, do they get support in, say, financial planning and like after school kind of thing? I know 2 of them are in college right now.
Like leadership training.
Leadership training.
How that these girls are going to want to help Ukraine. I already heard it, that they want to go back. So there's going to be some support, some training, some internal soul, some leader, whether it's financial.
Yeah, leadership training when they get back to for use and implementation when they're back in Ukraine?
One of the things is that, not necessarily during this period of time, because it has been, are they gonna be going back, within a couple of weeks, but now we've resolved that for sure, no matter what happens, even if the crisis is going to be over, we will still school them for the full year in Poland. But previous to that, one of the things is that, and directly to your question, was we were actually taking them, like the older ones, like the ones that were, well, there were two different groups. And it was sort of the older ones that were 13 and up, and there was from 9 to 13. And actually what we were doing is, we were taking them to businesses, and there was, the program was like, in Canada, it would be kind of equivalent to junior achievement. So that's where they would be learning finances. And the other question sometimes is that, now, do we have tutors? Okay, so some of the girls are not necessarily academically oriented. However, they're all doing well in school, but we do have tutors for them also, not only with language and also with with whatever subject area they are choosing, and also we are giving them of course the music, and we're bringing in the various tutors for that too, our teachers. So the business part of it, yes, absolutely, yeah, because it's no good. I mean, if they all of a sudden they graduate, with the orphanages in the orphanage system in Ukraine, they wouldn't know anything. And just to give you an example, our very first girl that we brought in, we were told, we brought her from an orphanage, and we were told, like, she was supposedly in grade 4, and so the orphanage said, oh yes, absolutely, she's grade 4 level, and she could count to 10 on her fingers, and she could hardly write her name. She could not use a fork or a knife, and she was 8 or 9 years old. So that speaks a lot to us. But basically, she was just being groomed for the sex trade. So we've got, if you see the environment, and as I said, Victor has been there, and I mean the loving environment that these girls, yes, we can't help all of them, and again, as Victor says, but we can help one at a time. So, and the progress is just absolutely amazing. The one girl that is now in college, she wrote her college entrance at 16 years old, and she was in the top 10 percentile, and it continues to be in the top 10 percentile in the college where she is. And that was a girl who only attended when she was living in her own home kind of thing, but most of the time she couldn't attend school because she had to look after her brother, because her brother was, being alcohol and drug addicted. But she has just absolutely blossomed. So those are, and again, that's where the really good part about these, there's a horrible part, and then there's the really good part. And that's what we strive to do.
Okay, thank you, Savelia. Any other questions? Thank you to Victor and Savelia for being such world leaders in bringing awareness to the plight of the vulnerable. It takes courage, daring, and doing something. The Nashi Motto happens to be that. On the way in from the airport, Victor said how much happier and healthier the Nashi girls look, even on Zoom, since he first met them when they were first brought to the safety of the make-believe house. And I'm sure the same can be said for all the little warriors at the Be Brave Ranch. Thank you, Victor, Savelia, and Glory, for all that you do to change young lives for the better. Let's give them all a